And whose team is this? Is this your team? Or is this your daddy's team?
Thanks for listening to Dad Mode Podcast. Common sense parenting in a politically correct world. Here's your host, Andy Carlson.
Welcome back to the Dad Mode Podcast, common sense parenting in a politically correct world. How dare you? How dare you feed my child non-conflict free lettuce? I don't know. I'm your host, Andy Carlson, at Andy Carlson Show on the Twitter machine. I'm a father, and I have no idea what I'm doing, but you don't either. So I was trying to learn something together today. The website is dadmodepod.com, Twitter at dadmode, or just use the hashtag dadmode. I'm sure I'll find it, and then I'll like it. And make sure to tell a friend about the Dad Mode Podcast if you like the show. And we got a couple friends that have kids, looking into having kids, and in the process of trying, as it were, because you can't just snap your fingers by like a bunch of teenagers in the back of a Chevy Chevette. I don't know if they still make those anymore. But you realize that how easy it is for stupid 15 or 16-year-olds who have no idea what they're doing, probably their first time going at it, and boop, all of a sudden they have a baby. Meanwhile, hardworking, God-fearing couples that have been trying for years struggle and have to pay thousands of dollars for IVF or special medications or even in vitro. And it's very frustrating, very, very frustrating, but that's okay.
Shut it down.
Joining me on the Dad Mode Podcast is a bit of a cult hero. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Fair. Shea and Irving, he's on the Twitter machine at Shea and Irving. Make sure to visit sheaandirving.com for the podcast, which I noticed it's been a little less regular than it had been before. Now, is that completely tied to the landing of the Prodigy?
It's actually not. It's tied to summer and there not being football to talk about. It proves to be a tougher task. Also, I like drinking more, maybe, in the summer. More outside in the summer, yeah.
No, but have you ever done drunken podcast before? It's phenomenal.
It's almost a weekly occurrence, yeah.
Oh, see, there you go. And it's funny, up here in Minnesota, we have two seasons. We have winter and drinking on patio / road construction season.
Right.
That's really about it. Yeah.
Yeah. I got a place in St. Paul still, so I go out there quite a bit.
Oh, yeah? Cool. Hey, you'll have to hit me up next time you're up there. We'll hang out.
I'm going to do it.
Beautiful. Now, many of you may know Shea and Irving as a top 3 caller on the Dan Patrick Show. And, a little bit of a degenerate. Is that fair?
Very fair, yeah.
Boom. But he's also a father as well of a beautiful little girl, a very similar spot as I am in. But overall, Shea, why don't you hit us up with a little bit of your backstory, or at least as much as isn't redacted in the federal reports?
Absolutely. I am born and bred in Irving, Texas, used to be the home of the Dallas Cowboys where they practice and play. Mm-hmm. And then Jarrah got smart and moved the party to Arlington like an idiot, though. Fort Worth. It's not even Dallas anymore. But I call into Dan Patrick way too often because I don't have shit to do. More importantly, I got a baby now, first kid that I'm legally claiming, female, with somebody I'm married to. So I did everything correctly as far as the Puritans think. Mm-hmm. But still petrified and got a lot of creepy ideas that apparently the wife isn't into.
Now, what are some of those? Because I imagine, you live a wild stallion lifestyle for a number of years, and all of a sudden you have a daughter, and it's a lot different than having a young little boy, right?
Yeah, man. I got a buddy, Hammer, who does a podcast with me every now and then. They just had a boy, and he's in Austin. And he's just kind of like, yeah, man, whatever, no big deal. And I'm like, son of a bitch, I got to, obviously I love my daughter, and I'm so happy that she's born. And I honestly think I would probably fuck a son up more than anybody. With, you know what I mean? Like, I'd have him, like, boxing at 6 months and, like, learn how to shoot a gun at, like, 2 years old. You got to tough it up, boy. Like, I would probably ruin the kid's life. So it's probably a good reason I got a girl. But this, actually, right before this podcast, the wife was talking about going to sending the kid to school and shit, like kindergarten. Mm-hmm. And she was like, yo, when should we get our kid a cell phone? And I said, well, you mean we're going to get her a GPS unit as soon as she goes to preschool.
See, that's why I'm thinking about the daughter as well. Instead of getting her, the iPhone 17 or whatever it's going to be by the time she's that age, just getting her like a Lindsay Lohan type ankle monitor bracelet.
Yep,
and just
absolutely.
There you go.
That's all I'm thinking. I was like, we can just sew it to the inseam of her dress or skirt. It's no big deal.
And then instead of a cell phone, just give her a fistful of quarters and be like, if you ever need a ride. Oh wait, there's probably no payphones anymore, is there? Shit.
No, but if you can GPS track her, I mean, you're good to go.
Oh, that's true.
If you need a ride, go to the policeman.
If you need a ride, shoot up a green flare, and we'll come find you.
Right.
We live on the hill. We're good. Now, it's funny. I put out there today, and I've gotten some feedback. A lot of our friends are around the age where they're having sons and daughters as well. And it's kind of the consensus that boys are more difficult to raise until the circumcision heals. And then after that, the girls are infinitely worse. Yep, I'm hearing the same thing. My kid is, how old's your kid now? Let's see here. June 6th was the birthday, so like a little over 2 weeks.
Okay, all right. So when we had our baby, she's 3 months old now, right? But she was jaundiced as shit when she was born. So they had to, they gave us the option. They're like, hey man, you want to rent this blanket right here that glows in the dark for $100 a day? Or do you want to leave your baby at the hospital? And I was like, well, I'm taking my goddamn baby home, man. Like, I'll catch y'all later. Here's $100 a day or whatever. But she slept nonstop for 2 weeks because she had jaundice. I was like, man, this shit is easy. Like, what the fuck? It's a joke, right? And then, she got cured from the jaundice. And I guess apparently she was waking up for a while in the middle of the night, but I can't testify to that. That's all the wife. You can't really trust her.
Yeah, and see, I felt kind of bad early on because the wife was staying up with our daughter, pretty much all night the first week because, we're trying to breastfeed. And so, dad can't really give her a bottle. So it was kind of immaterial in the evening. So I was getting 8-9 hours of sleep, the usual. And it's like, I feel kind of bad.
That's what I said. I was like, this is great, man. This baby shit ain't nothing. I don't feel bad at all. I was like, you want to breastfeed? This is great. Let's do it. I'm all for breastfeeding. But what's the point of both of us waking up? No point in that.
Yeah, and there's not anything good on TV at that time of night anyways.
Right, exactly. Yeah. You got to TiVo some shit. That's the thing. That's what the roommate did. She would TiVo the Real Housewives of Who Gives a Shit or the Kardashians or whatever, and she would just watch it at 2, 3 in the morning, breastfeeding the kid, and I guess I slept through it. I sleep like a rock, though, man. Like, if you ever want to rob me, just walk on in. I won't wake up. Nothing. Kick the door down.
Taking note, getting IP address.
I've literally woken up from the baby once, and it was because the roommate was yelling at me to wake up because the baby was screaming.
It's funny you mentioned like TiVoing and like binge watching TV. Since the wife, right towards the end of the pregnancy, wasn't that mobile, and so we were watching 10 TV and shows like Tyrant and The Last Ship, which had been on. They're pretty good.
I like Tyrant.
Yeah.
I like Tyrant a lot. Yeah, the roommate here was, I call her the roommate because I live with her.
Yep.
She is my actual wife. But anyway, she was on bed rest like the last month. And we got induced. We had to schedule induction and all that shit. We had to show up at the hospital at like 3:30 in the morning. That was the time they scheduled our induction. Oh, shit. Somebody's getting a car stolen here in Chicago. Hold on. Hear that? Probably happening.
It's like Puerto Rican. Yeah, it's like the Masters, except Puerto Ricans trying to steal some hubcaps instead of boots.
Dude, the Puerto Rican parade was this weekend. Yeah. Holy shit! I don't know. It was like 20 people got shot in my neighborhood.
That sounds like a quiet parade, though.
Real calm. No drugs, violence, nothing. No big deal.
And all right, so going back to Tyrant, it is on FX and it's a good show, but I really wish that they would kind of push the envelope more. I mean, FX. This is where Sons of Anarchy was on, and so much they could add so much more violence and cursing. Like honestly, if you took a couple of shits out of Tyrant, they could just put it on Fox. It's that like relatively vanilla.
I always thought that if you had Sons of Anarchy, Nip Tuck, and then Tyrant, and if you put those on Showtime and or HBO, they would be in the top. They would be in the conversation for like top 10 shows ever. Can you imagine if Nip Tuck was on HBO, man?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Oh.
Or like Breaking Bad was on Showtime.
Yes.
Which I'm pretty
Another
sure
one.
they shopped it to like Showtime and HBO.
Yeah, they all turned them down.
Yeah.
Idiots.
Yeah. Going way back, I had a joke about the jaundice. So speaking about jokes not landing, I have, of course, of the Asian persuasion, and
Right.
so the doctor, came in after the baby was born. Is like, the baby might have a touch of jaundice. I'm like, no, she got the yellow from me. She's fine. Doctor deadpan look. She looks at me. No, she has a little bit of jaundice. Okay.
That's good. What was it a shit show, the birth experience or whatnot? Was it bad or what?
It actually wasn't too bad. It's something that you're leading up to it. I'd rather not watch. It's kind of like watching a deer get hit by a semi.
Got to play center field. Center field.
Yeah, but I think it must be like something biological or some sort of, I don't know, like pheromone, but it's magical.
Oh yeah.
Not to be cliche, but it is. Yeah.
It was insane. I'm a degenerate and a jackass and an asshole and a two-time loser without a college degree. But when that baby popped out screaming, for nothing but mercy, it was, it breaks your goddamn heart, freaks you out. Everything just changes immediately. I don't know if you can describe it to anybody out there who's finna have a kid, but it's something that you can't. I can't explain it. I don't have the acumen for the English language to talk about that, but it was phenomenal and amazing.
It does change you. Again, going back to all the cliches that I always thought were BS before childbirth, but now they're starting to ring true.
Totally agree. It's just the trouble. The trouble now seems, as far as parenting style goes, right? So how are you supposed to raise this kid? How are you supposed to do this? How are you supposed to do that? Yada, yada. TV on in the background. I quit smoking. I quit smoking cigarettes. I was smoking, a pack and a half a day, every day. I quit smoking.
What about dipping?
I did not quit dipping. No.
Oh, there you go.
Don't be ridiculous. Because one day the doctor walked into the nursery or whatever in the hospital and was like, "Oh, hey, you a smoker?" I was like, "Yeah, man, I smoke." He's like, "So just get a smoking jacket because you smoke around the baby, it increases the risk of SIDS." I was like, "The fuck?" I said, "SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome." And I was like, okay, I'm gonna quit smoking. How about that? Fuck your smoking jacket. I'm just gonna quit smoking.
Now, was it cold turkey? Patch it up? What'd you do?
No, I cold turkey the cigarettes. I just quit the cigarettes.
I suppose if you're dipping, it probably doesn't have the big nicotine fall off. Yeah.
Believe me, I'm not looking for a hero patch. I'm still chewing tobacco every day. I'm fucking dipping a can a day at Copenhagen. So
to tangent off, it's kind of like celebrities when they get off of doing smack or an 8-ball a day, and then we're supposed to applaud them. It's like, hey, who we should applaud? The guy who didn't start.
Right. These motherfuckers are like, hey man, I quit smoking crack 3 years ago. Like, big deal. Like, you want me to give you a gold star for paying your rent on time? Because that's what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like, I paid child support this month. So the fuck what, dude? Way to go. We're all proud of you. You don't get a gold star for it, asshole.
Now, speaking of parenting styles, how are you going to approach her? Are you just going to try and wing it?
Oh no, I've got a clear and present strategy, and it is do whatever the roommate says. Period. I believe in corporal punishment. I believe in discipline. I believe in girls being. This is probably gonna get me in trouble, but the old school version of women growing up and not. I guess. All right. Here's my deal. I appreciate hookers and strippers. I really do. I don't look down on them. I don't judge them. I like them. I love sex workers. I think they're the salt of the earth. I think they provide a vibrant commodity in this tangled web we weave called capitalism. But I just don't want my daughter being one. And I think the best course of action to stave off of that is discipline and structure. Well, the roommate from New York City has a little bit of different idea on that. No corporal punishment allowed. I shouldn't be cussing in front of the baby. She doesn't want me saying the word ain't. So there's a lot of things I have to change.
That is very specific, ain't. I mean, come on.
Yeah. She hates it. I think it's a PMS thing, but she hates, I don't think she likes my accent, period, in general. She doesn't want her daughter growing up with an accent.
How the hell did you guys end up being roommates then? Is it like an extremely long lease?
It might end up being just a long lease. That's a very good point. The lease might be up very shortly. No. No, she just likes talking shit. She's from New York, man. She does whatever the hell she wants and just tells you to fall in line. But it's hard for me to argue when she does everything. I mean, give me the number of diapers you've changed so far.
I've actually embraced it. I'd say probably about half.
Okay, I've changed 4.
Yeah. Now, have you ever changed a diaper beforehand?
Never. No, absolutely not.
See, I hadn't either, and I thought I'd be really terrible at it, except I'm like a ninja at it. I'm phenomenal, and plus...
That's racist, man.
No, I could say that. Hello, right. I can make that joke too. It's awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Being a minority is fantastic because you can make way more jokes. Yeah,
that's amazing.
It really opens up the playbook. Like when you have Romo in there instead of God, who's the backer? I don't know, Orton 2 years ago. Is that it?
Yeah, neckbeard. Yeah.
But what were we talking about? Oh, diapers.
Diapers.
I like to lay it out. Because I used to be a chef too. So mise en place, have everything ready, the wipes, the diaper all spread out.
Of course.
Ready to go. And plus,
so you must be a swaddle master, right? It's like a burrito, man.
Yeah. Or, since I'm me, a very tightly wound spring roll.
Nice.
Yeah. And plus, I'm thinking of the long game. I'm just building up karma and brownie points. So when I'm old and decrepit, the daughter or the granddaughter is going to be like, all right, granddaddy, it's time to take care of the colostomy bag. Let's do this. And then they'll do it all nice and neat. Yeah.
Excellent point. I figure on just hiring that help when I'm that old.
I see. I'm going to do that too, except if they're real jerks to me, especially the daughters in their teenage years. Why don't you buy me the iPhone 18? I'm just going to make them clean me.
That's my fear. That's really that's my fear is teenage girls. I'm petrified.
Because I'm sure you've heard this a million times, but if you have a boy, you only have to worry about one penis. If you have a girl, you have to worry about them all. Yep.
Every dick in the world. Yep.
And that is true.
It is true. This is why I'm an avid gun owner and will continue to do so. I plan on being in my tidy whities, combat boots, cleaning a Glock the first time she has a date show up at the door. That's my plan.
Now, you can go Glock, you can go Uzi, you can go MP5. Yeah, maybe a little larger if the kid is, like the type that wears a hat backwards and doesn't bend the brim and still has the stickers on it.
Ooh, like a Chip Todd or Reese shows up in like white Air Force Ones in my goddamn house. Oh, I'll lose my shit.
Or like the Aidens, Jadens, and Cadens that are like allergic to everything in the world. A little mama's boy, gotten everything that they've ever wanted in the world. They're rolling around their mama's BMW M5 and they're just living.
Straight out of Wyzetta.
Yeah. There you go. Oh,
God.
That is a quality reference right there.
You like that? Straight out of Hopkins High School. Grapes.
Hopkins has gotten a little more urban.
Has it?
Yeah.
Oh, good for Hopkins. Jesus. Couldn't get any fucking whiter last time I was there.
Well, it was like Hopkins, St. Louis Park is a little bit more urban now.
Yeah, I know SLP's been a little more, urban.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's anything wrong with that. Absolutely not.
Yeah. Let's see. Kids in sports. What's going to be your stance on that?
All right. As a female, obviously, her being a ballerina at 3 or 4 is going to happen, right? That just happens in America. But I'm really looking forward to softball.
Yep.
Golf. Female golf. Think about that.
MMA.
I don't know. No, I'm not. No. Is that bad? Is that wrong? Am I sexist for saying no to that?
Well, what if she's really damn good? Like
then you got to support it, right?
Yeah.
She's good. She's good.
Yeah, like
of course.
What if she goes around most MMA fighters, starts in wrestling, she's phenomenal, she's pinning all the guys in middle school and high school, and she's like
I don't know about
a prodigy of the state, and then all of a sudden, hey, let me punch another chick.
Man, that's a lot. I mean, I would support that, but okay, well, they have co-ed wrestling in high school? That's not real, right? You made that up.
No, they do. Now, you hear a story like every now and then, like a female wrestler coming in and just like shaking up the ranks.
Why? Why would they do that?
I don't know. It just happens. Yeah. See, I kind of feel like I feel bad for the guy because they're in a no-win situation.
Oh, yeah.
Because if they lose, they got beat by a girl. If they win, well, you beat a girl. Congratulations.
My mom always said you never fight a mentally handicapped person. She used a different word, but she always said you never fight a mentally handicapped person. Because if you win, you're an asshole. If you lose, you just got your ass kicked by a mentally handicapped person.
I mean, that's fair enough.
That's words to live by right there.
There you go. Oh, no, here's the take. You support your daughter in MMA if she's good. If she's not, maybe you ask her to
discourage the fuck out of her, absolutely. Yeah. Or you ban her from doing it. If she's good, she's good. The question is, do you want your daughter having cauliflower ears before she's married? That's the real question.
Oh, say another wrestler. Say another MMA fighter. John Bones Jones comes knocking at the door.
No fucking thanks. That's the other thing.
Well, he didn't drive. He got an Uber.
If you can't beat up the dude dating your daughter, what do you do?
Have you considered doing some sort of stretch, like unarmed robbery? Maybe get like 3 to 5.
Yep.
And then just come out, be tatted up,
ready to go
around pig iron all day long in the yard, and then you just come out looking like Ken Shamrock in his heyday. And you're like, hey, Blade, take my girl to the movies?
Blade. Hey, Aspen, motherfucker.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that scene last night was fantastic.
Aspen, absolutely. It was absolutely, and it was justified too, goddammit. And LeBron's cost like $225 or something like that.
Could you imagine how, what was his name? Vaccaro?
Vaccaro, yeah.
Yeah, whatever his name was. How bad he would have beat the dad if they were Jordans, like vintage quality Jordan 11s, baby.
Right. It would have been a lot worse, which would have been murder.
No,
but
when the mom came out later, he should have waited around to punch her for naming him Aspen.
Absolutely agree. That was totally justified. I don't care what anybody says. Fuck that kid, Aspen. I felt horrible for that ginger kid, even though he doesn't have a soul and he won't be able to participate in the afterlife. But felt awful for him. Old saggy tit kids in what is he in 6th grade? Jesus,
something like that. For anyone who didn't catch it, that we're talking about True Detective season 2 premiere last night. Colin Farrell wins the Emmy right there for just that scene. They could just cancel the rest of the episodes. He's got it locked up. But speaking of the ginger, we'd be remiss if we didn't talk a little bit about your Dallas Darren McFadden's.
Wow, that was hurtful. All right, so running back by committee because Darren McFadden's going to fall down and break every bone in his body come preseason game 2. I don't know what to say besides everybody in the Dallas media and surrounding the Dallas Cowboys is giving this ginger the benefit of the doubt because the Cowboys won the NFC East. That's it. That's all they did is win the NFC East. And the only reason they did it is because they ran the goddamn ball. And this is not a surprise or some kind of algorithm that the ginger solved. This is simple fucking math. You run the goddamn ball because your folks are bigger than theirs on the line. That's it. That's it.
Now, what'd you think about the La'el Collins pickup?
I liked it a lot. I don't understand why it's a bad thing. If he didn't murder the woman, so be it. God bless. This is America. Not guilty.
Now, did you see the thing about the hooker claiming that La'el Collins tipped her?
Yep. So, right. A little word of the wise as far as buying hookers go. They have review sites out there, right, where you can review hookers and people rate them. And this is all hearsay from what I hear. I don't know anything about these sites, but apparently there's sites that you can essentially verify that this woman isn't either a cop or a snitch. So if I'm an NFL rookie prospect and I just signed a contract worth X amount of dollars, I'm going to be logging onto these sites to make sure the woman I pay to eat my ass out doesn't love Twitter or Instagram or what have you. But how do you not? You always pay the work. You always pay for the work. You don't stiff on something like that. You stiff the government on your taxes, fine. But you don't stiff a hooker. What's wrong with you?
All these links will be available in the show notes page.
Yeah. That's just rude and inconsiderate. Especially if she went and ate your ass. You seen La'el Collins? That's a big son of a bitch. He eats a lot of food. I don't think his asshole smells like roses. She worked for that shit. Literally. Ew.
All right, let's redirect back to the Cowboys. Do you think it's going to hurt with Bill Callahan moving on to Washington?
No, God, no. What do you mean? Bill Callahan, the guy who gave away the Super Bowl? Why would that hurt?
Linehan doesn't like to run the ball.
He hates running the ball, A. B, he ruined the state of Nebraska football. He gave away the Raiders Super Bowl championship. He's a bum.
Buddy Chuck.
Yep. Handed it right to him. Here you go, playbook and all.
Now, from a Vikings fan to a Cowboys fan, are you kind of sad that Jerry didn't get his last dying wish in one time to bring Adrian to Dallas?
No, I'm grateful and thankful that they didn't bring Adrian Peterson to Dallas.
This
Grateful
is the man who traded two number ones for Joey Galloway.
And I think he traded a number one for Roy Williams out of Detroit, too.
I think that might have been two number ones as well, or something. Like a 1 and a 4. Like, yeah.
A first and a third, first and a fourth. Yeah. That was, I'm shocked. It's because the Silver Spoon's taken over, his son, Steven.
Yep.
That's the only reason. He would have done it in a heartbeat and got AP in Dallas because he would have sold a lot of jerseys and it would have been a big story. And that's what Jerry cares about more than winning.
Yeah, see, I'm surprised since he got overruled on the Manziel for Zach Martin thing the year before that he didn't pull out the one time or I'm changing my will card.
Trump card, right?
Yeah.
That's the ultimate Trump card, right? Give me this trade or the will gets redone. Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate spade.
All right, so how do you think they're going to end up this year? In the NFC East, where 9-7 will win you the division.
Okay. Let it be known that I'm petrified of Chip Kelly. Scared to death of him. I do believe he's got some kind of voodoo magic going on. I don't think what he does makes sense to anybody in the NFL, fan or executive. And that scares me, the fact that he's doing it. I'm scared of the Eagles. I'm also scared of the Giants. Second year with this new offense and Odell Beckham Jr. I'm scared of them. I think the Cowboys will win the division. I think they're the favorite right now to win the division. But if they don't win the division, it'll be a complete and total failure. Complete and total.
Yeah, but who do you think gets injured first, Darren McFadden or Sam Bradford?
Oh, God, that's a bet, man. That is a great line. Oh. Okay, who's more likely to get injured? Give me odds. Who's the dog? Who's the favorite? See, that's a question.
See, I think Bradford would be almost more likely to get pulled rather than hurt. And he might not even win the job out of camp.
That's also true. I think, okay, would it shock you? How much would it shock you if McFadden played all 16 games?
Like, what are we talking about? Like 150, 200 carries?
Wow, let's say 350. Let's say 325 carries.
Whoa.
Come on.
He'd be like plus 5 digits.
You son of a bitch. It could happen, damn it. Leave us alone.
325 carries. That's like 3/4 of the rushing record.
Yeah.
For a number of carries. Was Larry Johnson?
I mean, what is it? Larry Johnson had like almost 500, right?
No, it's like 414. Because I remember I looked it up and I was like, whatever. If Adrian comes back, let's just double that number of carries this year to get our money's worth from last year.
Or is Adrian going to get a sprained thumb week 1 and sit out for 4 weeks? That's the question.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, too, because everyone talks about he's a physical freak, even though he's only played all 16 games 3 times in his 8-year career.
Yep.
And that was a knock on him coming out of Oklahoma.
Goddamn right it was.
He always had something, whether it be a hamstring, a knee, an ankle, or something, just because of the way he plays.
Always, but are you afraid of him trying to milk that guaranteed money? That's what I'm saying.
I think I think him and his boy dog are fine for this year, and then next year, I guess we'll see. I mean, I think he got to the point where Evan Mathis should have got, where instead of complaining about your contract, just show up because it's way more than you're going to get on the open market. Because Evan Mathis was going to make 5.5, and now what's he going to get, like 2.5?
Yep. Bingo. Shouldn't have been talking shit. I mean, that's called simple math and bad union representation, honestly.
And the whole conspiracy theory around here is that, well, probably not a conspiracy, probably the actual truth, is that Dogger was pushing him so hard to get out so he can get a new deal or have the Vikings get him more guaranteed money because he wasn't on the last deal at CAA, his 2011 extension. So Dogger was losing clients left and right, like J.J. Watt, the plum ones. And so he's like, I need some commission. Benny needs some more money.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that explains a whole hell of a lot. Because I never understood how the hell Adrian Peterson could think that Minnesota needs to guarantee the last 3 years of a contract of a running back. First off, let's just put that out there. A running back who split the scrotum of a 5-year-old or whatever the hell that kid's age was. I mean, your market value is going to sink a little bit if, when you beat a child. That's just how it works. That's called America, man.
Yeah, and Yeah, I was absolutely fine if the Vikings got value for him to move him because what he did was disgusting. And as far as on the field, 30-year-old running backs, whether they're a beast or not, have a very short shelf life.
And who gives a shit? Y'all got such a good young core right now. Like, who cares? And your running game wasn't bad last year. Let's be clear.
Yeah, behind a decimated offensive line.
Exactly. Khalil's got to go, man.
Well, they moved Fusco over to left guard. I actually think that's going to help him out a lot, having a guy there who's not Charlie Johnson.
Right.
And overall, it's astounding that they went 7-9. Teddy, rookie quarterback, no Adrian, terrible offensive line.
Right.
Our number one wide receiver was start of the year on the Browns practice squad, for God's sake.
That's what I love Teddy, man. I'm all in on Teddy. If I were y'all, I'd be pretty goddamn happy about Teddy. I love that kid.
Yeah, there's a lot of hope abound up here, but as we know, Minnesota sports are going to break your heart at the worst possible time. So we'll see.
Absolutely true.
All right. Speaking of breaking your heart, how are you going to introduce your kid to a little bit of action, a little bit of degeneracy?
Well, I'm going to teach her how to play cards first and foremost. She's got to learn how to play cards. I'm talking, hold them. I'll teach her first, but immediately after that, we've got to learn spades. Most important, because remember, if your kid ever does go to jail, the one way she won't get raped with a broomstick is if she knows how to play spades. That's truth. That's saved my ass a couple times in Dallas County. But I'm going to teach her spades, and then after that, we're going to go to Omaha, a little high-low, some cribbage to get high.
We talking about fixed 08 or PLO?
Oh, both, brother. I mean, pot limit sucks for everybody involved, so I hate PLO. I hate PLO.
I'm dabble in the cards a little bit myself, and like my favorite game, except it's the most high variance, is pot limit Omaha 8.
No,
pot limit 08.
No, it's awful. That's an awful game. I'm a hold'em guy. I hate Omaha. I hate high-low. I hate it all because I've lost way too much money. I go up to Running Aces and play some hold'em and just laugh about the bullshit, and then go play a little bit of mini baccarat and get out of there.
Ah, holy crap! Run Aces, that is my second stopping ground.
What's the Canterbury's the first?
Yeah, I'm a fixed limit hold'em guy because people still have no idea how to play it.
Nope, none.
And plus, they lose their money slower.
Yep, that's true. I love playing 3-6-4-8 over at Canterbury, man. I can just sit there and grind out a whole day and then watch the races. That's a fun day for me.
We got to hang out.
Yeah, man. I've probably seen you. If you've been at the card table at Canterbury the last 10 years, I've probably seen you.
Well, let's see here. Is there an Asian at a poker game? I don't know.
Yeah, that's the other thing is, oh, man, baccarat? Jesus Christ. The second one of y'all taught me how to play baccarat, it was over.
I'm not that big of a gambler outside of poker and maybe a sports bet here and there. Like, I never really got into blackjack or baccarat or pai gow, which is ironic.
Very.
Yeah.
You never got into baccarat?
Oh, see, I'm adopted Asian, though, so I was raised like German, Norwegian, Lutheran.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That explains a lot.
Yeah, the only rice I got as a kid was rice-a-roni.
I know several Koreans that were brought over by the Lutherans in Minnesota.
Yeah, I mean, there's a pipeline.
Yeah, are you Korean?
Half. Then other half Japanese.
Oh, muy interesante.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story of betrayal and love lost.
It's gotta be. That's gotta be a great goddamn telenovela. It's
gonna be a Lifetime movie starring Will Ferrell
and Kirsten Wiig.
Which, by the way, we didn't get into because for a long time people thought you were Will Ferrell calling in as a goof.
Yeah, they did. They really thought that. Yeah. Except I'm not. God damn it.
If it is, you're really living the con, Will.
Really getting it in, aren't I? You got. What's the payoff though? There's got to be a payoff, right?
Complete backstory going on obscure podcasts to continue to pad the story. It's great.
That would be phenomenal. That would be some like Academy Award winning shit, right? You got to give him something for that.
There you go. All right, Shea. I've taken up a bunch of your time, but I want to finish it out with a little quick fire action. A couple of quick questions, then dad mode word association. Ready?
Right. Ready. Go.
All right. Biggest expense so far of being a dad?
The stroller.
Stroller?
Yeah.
The roommate got the high-end one?
Goddamn right she did. Bugaboo. It's awful. Don't ever go near
it. Oh, my
him.
God. Most worthless baby product you found?
Baby books. They can't read.
Well, you read 2 of them.
Well, yeah, but they don't know what the hell's going on. I can read them, Politico.com. They wouldn't know the difference.
The racing forums. What's going on in Pendleton?
Wait, what? Did you
What's
say racing forums?
What's the number 6 at Plimico?
Right, exactly. That would be the same goddamn difference.
What's the best parenting advice you've gotten so far?
Don't hit your kid.
What's the worst?
Hit your kid, my mama. No bullshit.
No, she was probably one who, when the Adrian Peterson news hit, she was like, "Kid at coming."
Yeah,
He ain't gonna do that again.
What's the big deal? Well, he shouldn't have pushed his brother. You think I'm kidding? I swear to God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so a little bit of dad mode word association. Just tell me the first thing that pops in your head.
Right.
Number 1, suburbs.
Death.
Spanking.
Awesome.
Vaccination.
Wait, what?
Well, we should qualify the spanking, whether it be on a kid or recreational. Vaccination.
Yes.
Thank you. Minivan.
No.
High fructose corn syrup.
I mean, the roommate will kill me. Well, first word association. Don't care.
Free range parenting.
Fuck off.
School lunch.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Now, are you of an age back in the day when they had the square or the rectangle pizza that fit right in the tray slot?
Absolutely.
Yes, baby.
Yeah. It was like $1 a day, man. It was awesome.
It was beautiful. Now, this may be going on a limb, but did you guys have Italian dunkers?
What's that mean?
Damn it. All right. So it means, number 1, that your school is very poor, but it unites us. So they basically just take a hamburger bun and a piece of mozzarella cheese, broil it, and then serve it with marinara sauce. Italian dunkers.
Nice.
I mean, it was awesome. It's delicious, but it had like 0 nutritional value.
Oh, yeah. We had a lot of mac and cheese with government cheese. So it was like water heated up with powdered cheese and then noodles.
And they serve it for days.
Yep. All week.
No, all right, so they go from burgers on Monday, meatloaf on Tuesday, spaghetti on Wednesday, tacos on Thursday, and it's the same meat every single day.
Absolutely.
They just keep breaking it down.
It ain't USDA, that's for damn sure.
Why these tacos taste like marinara? Don't worry about it.
Right. Shut up, kid. It's called public school. Get over it.
All right, last couple ones, bullying.
God damn it. I can't. All right. First word association. Good. Try it again.
Bullying.
Yes. That shouldn't be. I shouldn't say that. That's a bad thing. Damn it.
Well, see, I kind of see it from the perspective is that, you're going to run into people who are dicks and jerks in real life. And I feel like that's the part of school is working out conflict resolution. Now, if the kid is, just like wailing on my kid, there's going to be some step up there. But overall, standing up for yourself and working through your problems on your own instead of
calling the teacher, calling mommy, or any of that bullshit. I totally understand. That's what I mean. Bullying prepares people for personal fucking responsibility.
I guess acceptance of bullying is a bad phrasing, especially in today's climate. But I would say acceptance of conflict resolution. Right,
but I don't like you bully some poor gay kid or something and he hangs himself in his fucking pot. That's not what I mean. I'm talking about like your lunch sucks and your parents a loser. That kind of bullying.
Yeah. Kids smoking weed.
Awesome. Please do.
Yeah. Now, I'm a pretty straight-laced person. The wife is as well. But we've had this debate already. Is where I kind of want the daughter or future kids to at least try it when they're young. So they find out it's not a big deal, and they find out if it's not their bag or not.
Right. And better than booze, man.
Also the same for booze, because honestly, I want her to be trying her first beer or 6 in my garage as opposed to at some crap party when she's 18.
Of course. I mean, that's all. I'm petrified of that date rape type of, atmosphere of frat boy bullshit. The first beer she's going to have is going to be at the dining room table with me. Period.
Next week.
Yeah, maybe.
Just put a nipple on natty ice.
Dude, you drop a little, you drop the pacifier in the whiskey, and then, they go to bed. It's pretty much how it works.
Speaking of which, what's the best brown liquor?
Ooh, for your money or best brown liquor, period?
I'd say both.
Okay, for your money, Rebel Yell or Old Crow. Period, and that's like $12 for a 750. That's just it's a great brown whiskey. Period, I really like Bullet Bourbon.
Oh, baby.
Big fan of that, and I'm also a big fan of Woodford Reserve Double Oak. If they don't have the Double Oak, I'll take the Bullet all day. Bullet, it's $32, but you're getting a 750 a Bullet versus what I think compares to Woodford at 50 or what have you.
Yeah, for sure. Like the Bullet Rye is my.
Oh, the Rye's great too, man.
Yeah, it's good.
The Rye's more expensive.
Yeah, I know, but I'm kind of dainty, I guess.
All right.
How many kids you guys want?
Good. I want like a dozen. I've wanted kids for 10 years, man. Kids don't scare me. I love kids.
Oh, wait, now are you gonna start like the whole Duggar sort of clan stuff?
No, but the way I figured is
Shea.
it's a math thing, right? So if you have a dozen kids, like one of them has got to turn out to be worth the shit, right? Like one of them's going to be rich or famous or be able to take care of all y'all. But if you only have like two, I mean, shit, man, if you're 0 for 2 on rich kids, nobody's going to give a shit. But if you're 0 for 12, like that'd be mathematically surprising.
Wait, so this is the sniper rifle versus minigun argument.
Exactly. But I think we're just going to have 3 or 2 or some shit, the roommate, yada, yada. I don't want to have a dozen kids, blah, blah, selfish.
All right. Closing up, what's the piece of advice that you would give to first-time parents, given your experience so far?
Do whatever the mother of the child says, and do not make her cry the first month of the child's life, because she might lose her fucking mind.
Baby or the wife?
The wife.
Oh,
Don't make the wife cry. Babies cry all day. Who gives a shit?
All right. And lastly, on your last podcast, you talked about Outlander. My wife is obsessed with the books and the TV show and the whole 9 yards. So what's your take?
That's why I don't read books. That's my take right there, because it can ruin a potentially amazing TV show. I think it's awesome. I love Outlander. I've seen every episode of the first season. I can't wait for season 2 to get going here. It's a phenomenally well done show, and everybody should get into it.
And let's see, I'm kind of torn who the most annoying person is to sit next to at a dinner party, whether it be the person who always says that the TV show isn't as good as the books, or the person who just ran a marathon.
Marathon runner.
Yeah. Triathlons are worse.
It's funny because the answer to both of those is the white dude. That's it. Just don't sit next to the white people. And if the dinner party you go to has nothing but white people, you're at the wrong goddamn dinner party.
Oh, well, I don't have that problem.
Yeah, of course not.
All right, beautiful. Shea, we're going to have to make this a regular thing because I'm sure we got many more stories, and we'll probably just BS about football for a quarter of it, just like we did tonight. But he's Shea and Irving, at Shea and Irving on Twitter and SheaandIrving.com. It's pretty straightforward.
Yep, pretty simple.
A place to get a hold of you, podcast. Hey, thanks for coming on the show, man.
Thanks a lot, Andy.
If you want to help support the show, dadmodepod.com. There's a little Amazon link, top left corner, just a little box. It says Amazon. Click on that, bookmark it, and just buy all of your Amazon stuff through there. Stuff you're going to order anyways, whether it be, I don't know, electric dog fence, if you're into that, or maybe 12 rolls of duct tape. Screw Costco. Go Amazon. Costco doesn't deliver straight to your door. Amazon does, and in a couple of years, they'll all be drones, baby. You can get that 12-pack of duct tape and tarp and bleach and rope, and they might look into what you're doing exactly, but it can all come to your door. And then you can murder your neighbor in the dark of the night, overnight, if that's your thing. And hey, if you're going to murder your neighbor, why not have Dad Mode Pod to get a little piece of the action? Stuff you're going to buy anyways. Although, you should probably buy it from the hardware store cash. But, no, it's okay. Amazon. Buy all your murder supplies on Amazon. But we're out here. Shows on iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, TuneIn, all those other beautiful places. Follow us on Twitter at DadModePod or me at Andy Carlson Show. The website is dadmodepod.com. Thank you so much for listening. Tell a friend about us. Spread the word, organically style. But be a man, be a father, go dad mode. Also, if anyone asks for a well-done steak, politely ask them to leave, because medium rare is the only way to go. King of the Hill, baby. Come on. See you next time.
Think the episode you just heard is worth $1? Well, send it our way. Visit dadmodepod.com/support to find out how. Be a man, be a father. Go dad mode. The music is created and produced by Deeb. To hear more of his tracks, visit soundcloud.com/Deeb.